All right, now we're going to start this with a bear walk, and this is a lot like coming into down dog. So basically, your hands on the floor, your hips are up high. A little different than down dog, though. See that your feet are a little bit wider than your hips? And you can bend the elbows as much as you like as we walk this across the floor, but try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Lift your hips to lift your feet, and just start moving side to side. And then when you're ready, go ahead, opposite hand, opposite foot, and bring this forward. And just let your hips move here. And once you go into the limits of the space that you're working with, start to walk it back. And if you lose the rhythm, don't worry about it. Just take it back and forth. And you're going to feel this in the hamstrings and the hips, keep in mind. Bring it forward again. And just keep taking this side to side. And then again, walk it back. And we'll keep it going just a little bit more, and I'm going to bring it forward again. And again, lifting the hips to lift the feet, take it side to side. And then again, walk it back. And then from here, we'll take this into another walk. And this is going to be sideways. I'm going to turn to face the camera at this point. And what you're doing is basically bringing this into a crow shape. So hands about shoulder width distance apart, feet about hips width distance. And this isn't about balancing so much. It's going to be about moving sideways. So just have your hands on the floor, touch your knees to your arms, and then lift your hands, set them down, lean forward, lift your feet and set them. And just keep on taking this sideways here, shifting your weight forward and then back. Now as you move, try to keep the knees in contact with your arms as best you can. And once you get on the limit of the length that you're moving through, go ahead and take this to the other side. And just keep this moving back and forth as best you can. Now, if it's a bit too much to lift both feet at the same time, lift both hands. You can always walk one foot and then the second. And just get used to taking that weight on your hands, whether you're lifting both feet at the same time or not. And then again, walk it back once you come to the limits that you're taking it through here. You don't have to take this too far. You can take this along the length of a yoga mat back and forth. And I'll take it sideways just to make it more clear what I'm doing. So again, my knees are touching my arms. And just take it to the side. And maybe lift one foot at a time. Or maybe lift both feet at the same time. And just get used to the weight shifting back and forth. And then go ahead and take a moment, shake out your hands a little bit. And we'll take this into a crab walk. So go ahead and bring yourself down to your seat, feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands about shoulder width. I'm going to recommend that the fingertips are out to the sides. So just to feel this out from here, just start to take it sideways. Go ahead and walk this forward, again, opposite hand, opposite foot. And don't worry about taking this too fast. As you shift back and forth, really shift the weight onto one hand and then the next. And press through the shoulder more than anything else. And then walk it backwards. And again, keep this going. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more dramatic, you can press more strongly into the base shoulder and let yourself turn your chest to one side and then the next. And we're just taking things back and forth just to loosen things up and get used to shifting weight in odd sorts of configurations that you usually wouldn't do every day. And we'll give that one more round. So again, just feel the weight move from side to side. Let your hips hang low. And just get used to the rhythm of the motion here. If you overthink it, it's much harder than it needs to be. And then once you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself down to a seat. Shake out your hands again. And we're going to take this into a plank hold. Now we're going to do a few holds from here just to start. Actually, we're just going to do an initial hold, and then we're going to do a bunch of slides. So from here, just find planks. So wrists meet the shoulders, palms pressing the floor, and see you got a little bit of external rotation. You try to point your index finger forward rather than letting your hands rotate in. You can even point the fingers out to the sides if you like. But go ahead and press your hands, step your feet back. And as you come into shape, the arms stay straight. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, stay lifted. Reach the crown of the head forward. Careful not to just drop your head here. Stay long through your neck as well as the rest of your spine. And keep your belly pulled in, the ribs pulled in. Dig your fingertips into the floor. And as you press in your hands, try to drag your feet toward your hands and your hands back toward your feet. Just hold. Now try to hold as much tension as you can here. Careful not to let your hips sink down. You want to keep that engagement through your midsection. And then from here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring your knees down. Now once you set your knees down, just come down to sitting your heels and shake out your hands for a moment. And we're going to take a little bit more weight on the hands. So we're going to stretch out the wrist just to prep for this. So bring yourself into all fours. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips here to begin. Look down at your hands. Now keep the palms facing down, but with each hand, rotate your fingertips out to the side and then try to point your fingertips in toward your knees as best you can. Just come as far in that rotation as you're able on both sides. Flatten your hands, spread your fingers wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And just let that stretch start to move through the wrists and into the forearms. And keep in mind, this is active. The fingertips are pressing down all the while. And if you want to just take this a little bit further, maybe start to shift the weight forward. And then back toward your heels, still gripping the floor. And you can just add just a little bit of movement here. It doesn't have to be anything extreme, keep in mind. And then go ahead and bring yourself into center here. Now come up onto the fingertips. We're going to take just a couple more wrist stretches. Now this time, go ahead and flip your hands over. And I recommend bringing the hands close to the knees, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths forward. But flatten your hands, spread your fingers wide, palms facing up, fingertips pointing in toward your knees this time. Now as you come into this is much more extreme than the first stretch. If this is too much, just bring the hands right in front of the knees. You can take almost all your weight to your legs. But keep the hands active, the fingers spread wide, the fingertips pressing down. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And keep your spine lifted like this best you can. And just let that stretch move through the hands, the wrists, the upper sides of the forearms. And if it's enough just to be here, stay like this. Now if you can take this a little bit further, start to circle the wrists over the shoulders. Keep your spine lifted between the shoulder blades as you're moving. And if you started circling, just start circling the other way as well. And then go ahead, bring this into center. Come up onto your fingertips for a moment. And just one more stretch. And I'll turn around to face the camera from here to make this more clear. So this time, you can have the wrists beneath the shoulders, or you can have the hands close to the knees. That'll be less intense. So just take the level of intensity that works for you here. And if you're not used to stretching on the wrists, go ahead and take this light. You don't want to feel any sharp pain in the wrist. You'll definitely feel some burning. But make your hands in a fist. Bring the forefingers in your palms, the thumbs stay outside. Press your fist into the floor like you're punching straight down. And then we'll just take this side to side. So go ahead, bend into the right wrist. Keep the fingers curled in, but come to the back of the hand. And then bring it back to your knuckles. Do the same on the left side. Come to the back of the hand. And come back up. And just keep taking this side to side. Now, as much as you need to, go ahead, bend at the elbows, but keep the fingers curled in so you can feel that stretch moving through the backs of the hands, the wrists, the upper sides of the forearms here. And if you want to make it more intense, try to do this without bending the elbows too much. And you don't have to force it here, just somewhere you can take it to, keep in mind. And then go ahead, just give this one more round. Try to finish on the back of the left hand before you come back up to center. Up onto the fingertips, down to sitting on your heels. Take a moment, just shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then we're going to take this a little bit further to the midsection. Now, if you've got a yoga mat set up, I recommend you just roll it up a little bit so you can set your hands on it, but you've got some room for your feet to slide. I'm just going to fold this up a couple times. And then if you're on a smooth floor, find something that'll slide on that smooth floor, some piece of fabric or whatever works. If you're on carpeting, you can always use something like pieces of plastic, paper plates, something like that, but something where your feet are able to move. Now to begin with this, go ahead and have whatever you're sliding on available to you. And we're going to start this elevated. So I'm going to use a couple of yoga blocks. And I'm actually going to take this onto the midsection setting because this is relatively stable. You're going to have your hands here. And you just set this up for a high plank. So go ahead and bring your feet onto whatever you're sliding on. And then slide the feet back and just find that plank shape that we just held a couple minutes ago. Now press down on the palms, press your spine up toward the ceiling. And then from here, we're just going to take this one leg at a time. So draw the right knee in toward your right arm. And then slide the right leg back. Left knee to the left arm. Slide it back. And we'll keep it going. Right knee comes forward. Take it slow. Slide this back. Left knee comes forward. Slide it back. Keep the weight on your arms. Right knee forward again. Slide it back. Left knee forward. Slide it back. Right knee again. Slide it back. Left knee forward again. Slide it back. Right knee forward again. Slide it back. Left knee forward again. Slide it back one more round. Right knee forward. Slide it back. Left knee forward. Slide it back, and then bring your knees to the floor. And take a moment. Shake out your hands. Just take a couple breaths. And we're going to take the same position, but this time we're going to move both legs at the same time. So bring your hands back onto whatever you're elevated on, the blocks or whatever. And then go ahead and find that plank shape. Now keep the arms straight. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep your belly pulled in. Keep the shoulders forward like this. The weight stays centered on your hands. And then pull your knees to your chest as close as you can. And then slide your feet back. Bring the knees forward for 2. And then slide back, not too fast. Forward for 3. Slide this back again. Forward for 4. And slide this back. Forward for 5. Slide this back again. Forward for 6. Slide this back. Forward for 7. Slide this back again. Forward for 8. And slide this back. Forward for 9. Slide it back again. And forward for 10. Slide it back. And then bring your knees in. And go ahead and take a break here for a moment. Shake out your hands. Now keep in mind, this is going to benefit you much more if you take it slow and just feel the tension while you're moving. Don't worry about how many repetitions you do. Maybe you max out at 3, maybe you max out at 5. As long as you feel the effort, you're doing fine. And you can always break this up into further sets if you like. Maybe 3 sets of 3, 2 sets of 5, whatever works. Now what we're going to do is just change the level. It's going to be the same basic exercise. Now let's bring my blocks over to the side. This time I'm going to be lower. So my hands are going to be directly on the mat. So once I come into this, my feet are still going to slide, and we're going to still start this one leg at a time. So go ahead and press in your hands, find that plank shape again. Keep the shoulders forward and keep your belly pulled in. And then bring the right knee to the right arm. Slide that foot back. Left knee, left arm. And back. Right knee forward. Slide it back. Left knee forward. Slide back. Right knee forward again. Slide back. Left knee forward. Slide back again. Right knee forward. Slide this back. Left knee forward. Slide this back. Right knee forward again. Slide this back. Left knee forward. Slide it back. Couple more rounds. Right knee forward. Slide back. Left knee forward. Slide back. One more round. Right knee forward. Slide back again. Left knee forward. Slide back. Bring your knees down. Take a moment. And again, shake out your hands. Just loosen up your shoulders a little bit. And then we'll take it onto the hands again like this, and this time bring both legs forward at the same time. So go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor. And about shoulder width distance apart, and your index fingers forward is usually the best rotation from here, but work it as best you can. And then go ahead, slide your feet back for a moment, find that plank shape. Now keep the shoulders pulled forward, stay lifted between the shoulder blades, and then pull the knees forward for 1. Slide them back. Forward for 2. Slide them back. Forward for 3. Slide them back. Forward for 4. Slide them back. Forward for 5. Slide back again. Forward for 6. Slide back. Forward for 7. Slide this back. Forward for 8. Slide this back. Forward for 9. Slide it back again. Forward for 10. Slide this back. Set your knees down. And come back to sitting on your heels and just shake out your hands. Again, roll out the shoulders a little bit. All right, and that was the second level that we took it to. We're going to take it to a third level yet. So this time, rather than coming onto the hands or having the hands elevated, you're going to come down to the forearms. So it's basically going to be a forearm plank. Now, you got the choice here. You can keep the forearms parallel with the palms down or bring your hands together. And a lot of people find it a little bit easier to get the palms together, but just work it as best you can. You can press the palms or you can interlace the fingers, but whatever you like. Keep a control of where your elbows are. So don't let them go out too wide. You want to keep them squeezing in, keep in mind. You're going to do the same thing. So from here, we're going to find that plank shape. So go ahead, slide your feet back, bring your body into line. Stay lifted between the shoulders. And then bring the right knee toward the right shoulder. slide back, left knee to left shoulder, slide back, right knee forward again, and back, left knee forward, and back, right knee forward again, and back, left knee forward, and back, right knee forward again, and back, left knee forward, slide it back, right knee forward, and back, left knee forward, and back. One more round, right knee forward, and back, left knee forward, slide it back, bring your knees down. And again, just bring yourself back up for a moment. Take a couple breaths, roll out your shoulders, shake out your hands. All right, now this is the hard part. We'll bring it back down to the forearms, and this time you're bringing both knees in as close as you can. And don't worry about how close they come in. Just work it as best you can. And again, be deliberate with how you're moving. So bring the forearms down. Now you can have the forearms parallel with the palms down or bring the palms together, whatever you like. But find your position. Keep the elbows close. And then just bring yourself into that forearm plank. Now press your spine up toward the ceiling. Stay lifted best you can. And then pull the knees forward for 1. And slide back. Forward for 2, and back. Forward for 3, and back. Forward for 4, and back. Forward for 5, and back. Forward for 6, and back. Forward for 7, and back. Forward for 8, and back. Forward for 9, and back. Forward for 10, and back. And go ahead, set your knees down, back up onto your hands. And once you come up, right, just again, roll out the shoulders, shake out your hands a little bit. And if you need a longer break, just pause things here. Now once you're ready, just go ahead and put the whatever you were sliding on over to the side. And if you rolled your mat up, go ahead and open it up. And now what we're going to do next here is take this towards something that's going to seem either surprisingly simple and frustrating or just a little bit odd. And keep in mind, this is going to definitely be a little bit more of a life skill variation of core work from here. Now just to start this, let's bring this into a boat pose. So from seated, go ahead and lean back, engage your core right away. Pull in for the belly around the low ribs, keep your spine long and keep the midsection tense. And lean back enough to take the weight off your feet. Now, you can always just keep your feet low, maybe touch toes to the floor. You can just hover the feet in place. If you can take it further, bring your shins to parallel. And if you have trouble keeping your chest lifted, or if your spine starts to round, just hold onto your thighs. And just keep this position here for a moment. And then we're going to move in and out of this position. And this isn't going to seem like a whole lot. It's definitely core work here, but it's a little bit more of a life skill. Work this as best you can, ideally not using your hands to lift. Now just to give this a try for the first round, lower the right foot behind your left leg. And then go ahead and roll forward. The right shin comes down, the left foot comes down. Lean forward inside your left leg. Go ahead and bring your hands down to start. And with as little weight in your hands as possible, bring yourself all the way up to kneeling. Press your hips forward at the top, engage your glutes. And then pull your belly back in. Take it down slow, land lightly, and come back to seated back in boat. We're going to take that side to side. So left foot behind your right leg. Now roll forward, left shin down, right foot to the floor. Go ahead, bring your hands down, stay light. And then lean forward, lift your hips. Come all the way up to kneeling, press your hips forward at the top. And again, pull back in, take it down slow, land light, and bring your legs together back to balancing here. We're going to take this through a few rounds. So right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, right shin down, left foot down, lean forward. Use your hands if you need to, but lift your hips, press forward at the top. Pull back in, take it down slow, and land with control, both legs together. Left foot behind your right leg, roll forward, lean forward, use the hands if you need to. Press this up, hips go forward at the top. Pull back in nice and slow, land this lightly, and again, find your balance. Right foot behind the left leg again, roll forward. Lean forward, lift your hips, press forward at the top, pull back in, stay light, and come back into boat. Left foot behind the right leg again, roll forward, lean forward, lift your hips, press forward at the top, pull back in, take it down light, back to balancing with the legs together. A few more rounds, right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift your hips, press forward at the top, pull back in, land light, and bring the legs back together. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift your hips, press forward to the top. Pull back in, take it down slow, and back to balancing here. We'll do 2 more rounds. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, take it slow, press your hips forward to the top. Pull back in, land nice and light, and put your legs together. Left foot behind your right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, press forward to the top. Pull back in, bring it down, feel your weight shift, bring the legs back together. 1 more round. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, press forward to the top. Come back in, take it down light, and bring your legs together. Left foot behind the right leg, 1 more time. Roll forward, lean forward, lift your hips, press forward to the top. And then pull back in, come down light, and bring the legs back together. Just hold your balance here for a moment. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, cross the ankles, roll forward your hands. And then step back. We're going to take this to down dog. So hands about shoulder width distance apart, feet about hips width distance. Here, just pedal out for a moment, loosen up. And we're going to take this into a bit of straight arm strength and trying to really get into the shoulders and the muscles around the shoulder blade. So when you're ready, with an inhale, raise your right leg high. With the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high again. Exhale forward, knee to chest. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest 1 more time, stay forward. And extend your right leg to the left side. Now come to the outside edge of the right foot, that foot's on the floor, and then drop your left heel. This is a fallen triangle setup. Now the right arm stays straight. Bring your left hand to your left hip. You can bring that left arm behind you if you like. But keep pressing down from the right shoulder. No bend in the right elbow. Now take it down slow here. Sink your hips down toward the floor. Without bending the elbow, press back up, bring your hips up high. And then again, sink your hips down low, take it slow here. And then again, press this back up. 1 more time like that. Sink your hips down low. Straight right arm, press your hips up high. Left hand to the floor, right knee to your chest. Step the right foot back, find down dog. Paddle out here, and I'm going to turn around for the camera, but stay where you are. And we'll take that to the other side. Once you're ready, inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest 1 more time. Now stay forward. And extend the left leg to the right side, left foot down. Now again here, it's fallen triangle. Keep that left arm straight. Right hand to the right hip, or you can bring that right arm behind you. Set the right heel. And keep pressing from that left shoulder. Now take it slow. Bring the hips down toward the floor. Straight left arm, press the hips up high. And then again, let your hips sink down low. Move with control here. And then bring the hips up high again. 1 more time, let your hips sink down. Press from the shoulder, bring your hips up high. And then right hand comes down, left knee to your chest. Just step the left foot back, find down dog. And we're going to take 1 more round, and this time we're really going to take it slow. So from here, back to the right leg. Inhale the right leg high behind. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to chest 1 more time. Now stay forward. Right leg out to the left side, set your right foot down. Drop the left heel, left hand to your left hip, press from the right shoulder. And now we're going to do this on a 5 count, so don't go any faster than me. Start to sink your hips down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. And bring it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more rounds. Sink down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. And back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back down 1 more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. And press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Left hand down. Right knee to your chest. Step the right foot back. Pedal out. And again, I'm just turning around here. And we'll take that to the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest 1 more time. Stay here. And extend the left leg to the right side, left foot down. Now drop the right heel, right hand to your hip, straight left arm, press from the shoulder. And again, no faster than me. Let's bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And then bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand down. Left knee to your chest. Step the left foot back. Just pedal out for a moment here. And then go ahead and bring your knees down to the mat. Legs out from underneath you. And we're going to take this down onto our backs here. Now have that strap available for you. Or have that strap available, I should say. Once you come all the way down, we're going to set this up for a variation of bridge. So feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Heels close enough to your seat that you can flatten the low back as much as possible while you're down. Now, see that the low back's pressed down from here, and just keep the feet where they are. We're going to change position with the arms. So you're going to take hold of that strap. And use whatever level of tension or length of strap you like, but you just need a grip that's about shoulder width. Now the arms are going to be vertical, shoulders stay down. Grip the strap and then rotate your thumbs behind you, pull out to the sides, no bend in the elbows at all. Straight arms, you want to feel this across the upper back and through the shoulders. Now from here, we're just going to take the hips up and down, holding that tension. So pressing your feet with an inhale, bring your hips up high. And then exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, lift your hips. And with the exhale, lower. Now inhale, press high one more time, stay lifted here. Now as you hold that, keep your glutes engaged, keep your hips lifting. And the arms stay straight. Pull the strap as hard as you can out to the sides. Keep breathing here and just hold on to that tension. And now we're going to bring it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just roll this down and release. You got to put the strap down for a moment. Shake your hands out a little bit. It's a lot of tension. And then we'll set this up for the second variation. So again, feet and knees about hips width distance. Bring the heels in close. And now this time, when you take hold of your strap, take hold of a grip that's a little bit wider than shoulder width. And what we're going to do is take a shape with the arms that's more like a goal post. So I want you to bend the elbows and bring the elbows out to the sides, more or less in line with the shoulders. And you want to be able to pull on the strap to get the forearms close to vertical, all right? So go ahead and adjust the tension as you need. Don't kill yourself with this, but as long as you feel tension across the upper back, you're doing fine. Now as you pull on that strap, rotate the thumbs back just a little bit. And then we'll just take this back and forth to bridge. So with the inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift this again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Now stay lifted here. And as you hold it, pull that strap as hard as you can and keep your glutes engaged. Keep breathing. And then we'll bring it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your spine down. Just release that tension. You can set the strap down for a moment here. And again, shake out your hands a little bit. All right, and we'll have one more set. So rearrange your feet if you need to. About hips width distance, bring the heels in close. And this time, go back to that shoulder width grip on the strap. Now your arm's going to be reaching past your head, so they'll be horizontal, okay? So parallel to the floor. And keep the backs of your hands down here to start. Now just keep the shoulders down, look up toward the ceiling. See about rotating your thumbs toward the floor at least a little bit. And just pull out to the sides. And you just want to feel that tension across the upper back. You don't have to go maximum right here yet. We'll take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. With the exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, lower. Now with your next inhale, press high and stay lifted. Now while you hold this, press your heels, keep your glutes engaged and keep the hips lifted and keep pulling on that strap. Now while you're pulling on that strap, see about taking this further. Don't release the tension of the pull, but bring your arms up to vertical. Take this slow. And then as you're pulling, bring the arms past your head again. We'll do that 4 more times. Bring the arms up to vertical. You're still pulling that strap. And then bring the arms down past your head. Glutes are still engaged. Bring the arms to vertical. And then go, bring the arms past your head. 2 more times. Bring the arms up to vertical, still pulling. And again, bring the arms down past your head. Glutes are still engaged. Bring the arms up to vertical 1 more time. And then pass your head down to the floor. You're still pulling here. And then bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll your spine back down. Go ahead and let go of that strap. And again, just shake your hands out for a moment. And then go ahead, draw your knees to your chest. Just squeeze everything in here. And we'll just release some of this with a supine twist just to wrap this up. So go ahead and extend your left leg forward all the way. Left hand to your right knee, right arm out to your side. Now go ahead, tuck the left hip underneath. As you pull the right knee across your body, keep both shoulders down and look to the right. Now, feel the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need to, you can press with the left hand. If you want to go further, then go ahead and extend that right leg out to the side. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just bring this back to center. Draw the right knee in. Pull the left knee in as well. Just squeeze down for a moment. Take the other side when you're ready. Extend the right leg. Right hand to your left knee, left arm to the side. And then just draw the left knee across your body. Tuck the right hip underneath, both shoulders down. And look left this time. Now look for the stretch in the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. If you need to, you can press with the right hand. And if you want to take it further, maybe extend that left leg. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring it back to center. Draw both knees in for a moment. Squeeze in. And then lift your head, lift your shoulders, cross the ankles, and go ahead and roll yourself up to a seat. And that is pretty much it for that short little workout. Thank you very much, everyone.